I don't know what Wonder Man is about, but I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of interested in seeing what what they can do with this. Not gonna lie, but yeah, let's check it out.
The entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an
That's dude from
opportunity
Superman.
to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Are you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
That's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow spider.
Guy's killing it in there, bro.
Oh my gosh, that's Alpha Cat. Yo. Hey, shout out to Alpha
Where
Cat.
have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you all here to meet Von Kovac?
Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action!
Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news you'll be the first to know.
Unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
No lie, I'm low key excited. I'm low key excited. Shadow Guard. But no, I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited for this because it's like I don't know anything about Wonder Man, but it seems to me that they're going. I think my theory is that it's gonna be for a role, but something's gonna happen to where he actually has to be a hero in some way. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's see what else is going on. I know I saw something. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I know some things about Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay. Okay. Let's, let me see. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's check this out.
Hello, MCU fans! Today we're going to take a look at everything we learned about Marvel Television at NYCC and how it affects the overall Marvel Phase 6 slate. So, lots to discuss. Let's dive right in and see what we can find out. Don't forget, we have an October contest running all month long. Be a subscriber, leave a comment. You could win a book or a steelbook. Best of luck. And we have a membership option with lots of cool perks, so you might check it out. Plus, hang around to the end of the video, and we'll talk about the Doomsday Countdown rewatch on the Discord. All right, so here's how things looked as of my last Phase 6 slate update. And as usual, everything in red is a Marvel movie, yellow is a Marvel television show, and blue is Sony. And the reason I keep the Sony stuff on here is some things like Spider-Man Brand New Day obviously impact the MCU, but also things like Spider-Man Noir and the Spider-Verse movie may have connections. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, so speaking of, let's talk about Beyond the
Oh yeah,
Spider-Verse.
Fly.
We did
I'm
get a
on.
small
I'm
update on
just
that. It was actually moved
chilling.
up a week to June 18th. So that's awesome. We're actually going to get it 1 week earlier. So yay. All right, so let's also talk about these open movie slots. I didn't want to remove May 7th until I was sure that it was gone, and I've been hoping and praying that July 23rd would be Doctor Strange 3. Well, bad news on both fronts. So I probably should have removed May 7th a while ago because once Star Wars Starfighter was announced for May 28th, there was no way they were going to have a competing Marvel movie just a few weeks earlier. But we also got the bad news that July 23rd is gone. The Simpsons movie, of all things, is taking its place. And I love The Simpsons, but come on, I really wanted Doctor Strange 3.
Might be doing it
Oh
all
well,
night,
I mean, we learned from this
but
article
I'm
there
just
will be no new
probably just
comic
gonna
book
be chilling.
installment between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and I am shocked. Okay, so that means we got to get rid of those two. So, all right, let's move to the good news, starting with Wonder Man and all the things we learned at
I'm here for
NYCC.
that.
Now,
I'm
notice
here for
I
Wonder
have it
Man.
listed
I don't
as
care what
December
nobody says.
2025
I'm here
because
for
that's
that.
when it was supposed to come out. But now we learned it's been moved to January 27th, and we'll get to why in a second. But I guess the good news is it's coming out 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, so at least not an early morning drop. Oh, I hate those so much. So we got to see the main stars for the show. Love that Trevor is returning, and I am going to do a full breakdown of the trailer for Wonder Man, so not much more I want to talk about it right now, other than to say that Winterbaum did explain the move to January. He said that they took a nod from WandaVision, which also debuted in January. He said, we don't want it to get swallowed up by people watching Home Alone and Die Hard and Elf. Which, yeah, I agree. Christmas is a pretty busy time of year, so I'm glad it's moving to January. All right, so let's update it to January 27th of 2026. All right, next is Daredevil Born Again Season 2. We got some nice updates on that. First of all, they confirmed it is March of 2026. That was my guess. And we got some nice promo pics for the series.
Bro, look. We finally got. Hold up. I don't think y'all can see it. Bro.
Daredevil's looking awesome.
Hold on. Oh, my bad. My bad. All right. We have the double D. Finally. After 10 years, we finally got it. Bro, shut up. Shut up, Fly. Shut the fuck up. You stay over there. Anyways, we finally got it, bro. This is the Shadowland. Okay. Fly. Get the fuck out of here. But nah, but serious though. After 10 years, we finally have the logo, gang. We finally have the logo. And not only that, we have the black suit. You know what that means, bro. I think they said it was something about, I think, Shadowland. The Shadowland suit or something. But this, bro, this is about to go crazy. This is about to go crazy. I'm here for it. Man, bro. But this is the thing, though. If we're going to finally get the double D, I want it on the, like, future suits. I want it to still be on. I want it on the red suit. Once we get it on the red suit, I'll be like, yes, peak. But it looks so beautiful, bro. It just looks so beautiful, man. Oh my god.
And then also we got the confirmation of something we already knew pretty much, right?
Oh, we got
Jessica Jones is coming
back. Oh my
back,
God,
and
yo.
they looked great together. The two of them just played off each other immediately like she had never been gone. So cannot wait. Supposedly she is joining his forces against the Kingpin. No surprise there. Going to be a fantastic series. So, speaking of Jessica Jones, Brad Winderbaum said it's a great series. The first season with Purple Man, I put up there with the best television Marvel has ever done, and I totally agree. And Kristen really embodies the character. We like the way Frank Castle played in the first season of Daredevil Born Again. Characters can come into his orbit from the greater universe. The first and best idea was to bring Kristen back and to have her be part of this resistance that Matt's trying to build in the midst of all the obstacles and duress in
We
Fisk's
all know
New
that
York.
Spider-Man's gonna
So
join.
obviously he's saying the
100%.
first, but that's implying pretty heavily we're going to be getting Luke Cage and perhaps even Iron Fist before long. All right. Also, we learned that Matthew Lillard is playing a
if we get the
mysterious
whole
character.
squad, I'm gonna be honest. If we get the whole squad, if we get Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Spider-Man, bro, that's better than the Avengers. I would rather watch Devil Born Again season 2 100 times before watching another Avengers movie. Bro. I think Marvel and DC finally understand that this is the comic book era. It's finally time to bring in actual genuine comic book stories. It's just peak, bro. It's just peak.
Mr.
Yeah.
Charles. He's basically going to become an adversary for the Kingpin himself. So I have no idea what to think about that, but I love Lillard. Cannot wait to see him again.
Oh snap! Matthew pretty much Shaggy, the guy that played as Shaggy in the Scooby Doo movies. Who is he playing as? Ooh, that's interesting.
And we also get the confirmation that yes, Foggy Nelson is coming back. Now, we don't know. Is it in a vision? Is it in a flashback? Or is it possible that he didn't really die in season 1? That's my guess, by the way, but we'll have to wait and find out. And then I love this. We learned that the show will, in some form or fashion, connect with Brand New Day. Winderbaum said, we're communicating a lot with the team on Brand New Day to make sure there's coherence here. We don't want to spoil anything, but it very much exists in the same world and is important. We're in a shared universe together, but I would say just the Daredevil comic books, the Punisher comic books. They depicted in a certain tone and idea of New York in a very different way than Spider-Man's, but they both exist in the same universe. It's similar. Everything lines up, the impacts are felt, but we're able to tell different stories. So yeah, I like that. I don't expect a major connection, but at least there will be a through line from Daredevil Born Again to Brand New Day.
What's going on?
Awesome.
My bad. I was
okay. So that's Daredevil Born
out.
Again. What really shocked me is no mention, at least that I could find. If you're aware of it, let me know in the comments, but I could find no mention of the Punisher special presentation. So I'm going to keep it in March, like maybe it comes out before Daredevil Born Again season 2, but at this point I'm beginning to wonder if it comes out after. So let me know your thoughts on that. Why do you think they didn't mention
it? I think it's going.
I'm just very curious, but I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
I think I heard.
All right, so next let's talk about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and X-Men '97 season 2, but also season 3. So okay, X-Men '97 season 2 arrives in summer of 2026, and we learned that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 arrives in fall of 2026. All right, so first we need to switch these two around. I was just guessing as to where they would land, and obviously got them backwards. But also, some good news, we learned about which shows will get a season 2 and even a season 3. So first, talking about Wonder Man, Brad Winderbaum said it's a different time at Disney. The original shows were created as limited series, with characters that could bounce back and forth between the movies and the TV shows. That made it challenging to make season 2s because the deal structure became really expensive, frankly. So we started developing shows that could last for multiple seasons. Daredevil, we've now greenlit the 3rd season. Good news. That'll come out annually. X-Men '97, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, they'll come out annually for a number of years. So that definitely implies at least a season 3. And then he said there are shows that were caught in the middle. So I would put Marvel Zombies on that list. I would put Wonder Man on that list, where we have to wait and see. So I would actually put Ironheart on that same list.
Let's actually talk
season
about
2s could be on the table and people watch.
Let's actually talk about that for a minute, bro. I don't know if anybody has seen Marvel Zombies, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That shit's ass. Marvel Zombies is ass. It was supposed to be a story that is disconnected from the MCU, but is still another what if story. And I do not like it. It was I want to say it's either between the third or fourth episode is where it's fire, and everybody knows why. The Wonder Man, he the guy that played as Black Manta in the Aquaman movies, he's gonna be the Wonder Man. That's gonna be fire. I really like it, the actor in there. Like he's fire, bro. But uh yeah, Marvel Zombies was, in my opinion, not good. And the only reason why I stuck around is because my boy Spider Man was in there, and Blade Knight. Blade Knight was fire. Spider Man was fire. They were fire. Other than that, it felt kind of like Marvel Avengers watered down with zombies. Yeah, pretty much. So, but
But if it's the only Wonder Man story, it really stands on its own as a beautiful piece. I anticipate that when people get to the end of the story, they're going to want more, and I hope that's what happens.
I'm here for
So
it.
yeah, we'll have to wait and see whether we get
I'm
a
here
season
for
2 of
it.
Wonder Man based on how it's received. So yeah, now I need to make sure we have a season 3 for everything. Now I already had your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in there because I was pretty sure that was getting a season 3. I wasn't as sure about Daredevil and X-Men, but now we can add those in, and I'm going to place them relatively in the same location as season 2. So Daredevil Born Again season 3 in March, X-Men 97 season 3 in summer,
Wow.
and Spider-Man season 3 in fall of 2027.
Wow.
So now let's talk about Vision Quest. We finally got some good, solid information about that show.
Sorry,
so
I'm
they
not
haven't told us
interested.
exactly when,
I'm
but it
so
is going
not
to happen
interested in
in
this.
2026, and we
I
have a
am so
new
not
logo.
interested.
That looks awesome. Paul Bettany showed up to talk about the show. Fantastic. And an article on Marvel.com actually summarized all the exciting things we learned. First of all, they confirmed officially that WandaVision and Agatha form a trilogy with Vision Quest. No surprise, right? We knew that had to be the case, but that's really exciting. Also, we learned about lots of the exciting characters that will be appearing. Henry Lewis as Dummy, Jonathan Sayer as You, James Darcy as Jarvis. Cannot wait to see James Darcy again, right? I mean, he's from the Agent Carter show. This is tying us in even more firmly with that show. It is going to appear on the Disney Plus timeline, making an official canon before long. Mark my word, it's going to happen. Anyway, Orla Brady as Friday, Emily Hampshire as Edith, James Spader himself, right, returning as Ultron. And then we finally got the really good news that we all assumed was coming. I mean, if this is the end of a trilogy for WandaVision and Agatha, then we have to get Thomas Shepard, a.k.a. Speed. Oh, man. Cannot wait. Going to be incredible, right? So then I love that Bettany shared a little bit more about Vision's headspace. He said what's different about Vision right now is that Red Vision in WandaVision gave Vision all his memories, including the memories from the Hex. But White Vision is having real difficulty connecting with them. So he has the memories, but he doesn't have the emotions and feelings. And I think that's what the journey is. White Vision's journey during the show is about his attempt to connect to those memories and who he was. Well, but with lasers. Nice. And then finally, what will the style of Vision Quest be? Well, when asked about whether Vision Quest will play with the genres the way WandaVision did with sitcoms, Winterbaum kept his cards close to his chest. The less we say, the better. But what I will say about Terry's vision for the show is he knows the lore. So if you've been following the MCU all these years, you're going to be very, very, very rewarded. Oh, man. Telling you, this is going to be
Trust me,
an incredible
like,
series. Cannot
it
wait.
does,
Cannot wait.
but
all right, so first of all, we need to update
what
the
can
logo.
you really call
but
him,
now keep
though?
in mind, they did not
Like,
tell us
he-
when this is coming in
he is-
2026.
he
So
is
my guess
white,
is that means it's going to be
but-
late in the year. So
I mean,
I'm
they
going to move it
could've-
to
they-
winter
oh,
of
man.
2026.
They could have said
now,
another name.
I think the reason they didn't tell us specifically when it's going to come out is they're kind of waiting on Amazon to tell us when Spider-Man Noir is going to come out. I mean, I kind of have fall of 2026 right now. It's just a guess. But I'm betting that they don't want both Vision Quest and Spider-Man Noir airing at the same time, right? Why have them competing with each other? So there's probably
excuse me.
both companies are holding off to try to decide when to place these. But I'm going to guess Vision Quest is sometime in the fall or winter. Let me know your thoughts if you disagree on that. And then finally, I got to keep talking about Champions. It's going to happen, right? Please, please, please. I mean, it's bringing
that?
together so many things that have been hinted at over the years, right? This team has been slowly building. Way back in the Marvels, of course, we had Kamala saying, you've just become part of a much larger universe. Even saying, did you know Ant-Man has a daughter?
Get
And
out
then
of
she says,
here.
I'm putting
Oh.
together a team and I want you on it. But don't forget, in Daredevil Born Again, we also learned that Kamala is out in California. And what's she doing there? Visiting some friends. And who might those friends be? Well, at least one of them is going to be Cassie Lang. That's for sure. Plus, we also had that awesome tease in Marvel Zombies showing us Ironheart, Kamala, and Kate working together. So, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. The question is just when. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it in spring of 2027 as a TV show. I mean,
I'm
maybe it's
sorry,
happening
y'all,
later
but
in the
they are
year. Maybe
just
it's not even happening at all. But hey, I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. Okay, so yeah, Phase 6 is looking pretty solid, right? I mean, we have 9 entries coming in 2026 if you include the Sony shows and movies, and then another 6 entries in 2027. So, man, lots to look forward to in Phase 6. Okay, so how about Phase 7? I mean, really, we didn't learn any more. I'm still guessing these are the first 3 movies we're going to see. And remember, Marvel did add a December 18, 2028 date. I can't believe they'll have 4 movies in 1 year. But nonetheless, I think these 3 are really good candidates. And then down below, lots of other potential movies for the future. And that is really, really exciting. And then TV shows. Lots of potential TV shows. I'm sure some of
wow.
these at
That's
least are going to
actually
happen.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if this is rumored or not, but that's a pretty good lineup. I don't know what that last one is, but damn, the Nova series. Okay, Hawkeye. Look, if you're not gonna actually have their regular Hawkeye in there and try to write them off, then nobody's gonna really care. X-Men, Mutant Academy. That's not bad. That's actually not a bad roster. Strange Academy, it could work, but it shouldn't. I hope it's not boring. And Agatha season 2, okay, but um, I saw something. What did I say? The Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns. Come on, come on. I need them to hurry up with the Blade movie though. They need to work on Blade again. Scarlet Witch. I don't know what you're gonna do with them. Let's get this out of the way. Hold on. Let's get this out of the way. World War Hulk. It's not happening. It's not happening. Because you're gonna make a Hulk. You're trying to make a Hulk movie, but if you're not going to execute it, don't bother trying to make it. It wouldn't make it. There's no point. It's no point. Now, keep if they do what they do with Hulk in the Spider-Man movie, then it's a possibility. But you still got Smart Hulk. And I don't know what this is about. I don't know what Avengers Forever is. Don't know what that is. Eternals 2, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Who in here actually watched Eternals? I didn't. I'm going to be honest. I didn't. I feel like the only way you would have got me into the Eternals if it was a show. But a movie, you can't just throw me into a movie and expect me to not like them, but like get it. I want to get to know them if they're gonna be a movie wise. Now, keep in mind, I didn't know anything about Guardians, but that gets a pass for 3 reasons. One, it's James Gunn. 2, it's James Gunn. And 3, the cast was amazing. Like we had, I'm probably gonna be forgetting names, but we had Vin Diesel's Groot, we had Batista's as Drax, we had Chris Pratt as Star Lord, we had Bradley Cooper as Rocket, and we had I want to say Zoe. I'm gonna just Zoe. I don't want to butcher her name, but we have her as Gamora. That is a good roster because man, I have history with all of them. Like they just peak. But Eternals, yeah, they had Angelina Jolie, but yeah, Zoe Saldana. Yes, yes. Thank you. I knew it was something. I did not want to mess that name up. 'Cause she is amazing, and I can't wait for Avatar. Also, after this, we are going to watch the Avatar trailer because I forgot
lots
that
of
came
other
out. I
potential
didn't see
movies
it
for the
fully,
future,
but
and that
I
is
gotta watch
really,
it.
really exciting. And then TV shows, lots of potential TV shows. I'm sure some of these at least are going to happen. We keep hearing about Hawkeye season 2. I'm sure we're going to get Nova, right? And then probably some type of an X-Men show, maybe even Strange Academy. So many different options
said
on
the
the
full
table.
movie?
Lots to be excited about.
Nah, I
So
mean
let me know. What do you think about all
the
this
sequel.
news? Did it get you excited about
sequel,
the
the
future of the
trailer.
MCU? Do you think Phase 6 is looking solid? And what are your thoughts about Phase 7 and beyond? You know I love to read and respond to everything. So don't forget about that October contest. Be a subscriber, leave a comment, win a book or a steelbook.
Shout out to a bit of everything. Now,